Okay, I'm assuming you've started up Flash already and gone to selected Action Script 3, then you should have a blank page like this. Well, I was going to revise some of the things we've done so far, so and also show you how to make your own tweens or movements. Very simple, two very simple ones. Firstly, I'm going to set the stage again to 800, 600. So 800 and 600 here over on the stage there. Right. Next step, I'm going to import three files into the library. I go to File, Import, three files about London. You don't need to have these files. You can just get three of your own to play with. So you haven't done that already, go and get them from somewhere, download them, and then import them into Flash. So you might want to pause at this stage and get hold of the files. Okay, so got the London skyline and London 2 and London 3. I just made the stage 50% because I want to just check when I move the skyline that it's the right size. Skyline that I made to be the same size as the background. So I'm now going to drag the skyline over here. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure I call the background layer background, so I know which one I'm working with. Go on, so that's wrong. Background. So I'll go over and type on the name. Yep. Now, just going to drag this over and try and make sure it fits exactly. I want it to be right in the corner, so what I'm going to do is click on this and then look at the properties. You see it's just not quite exactly at the very edge would be 0, 0, so I changed those to be 0, 0. And now that's exactly the background I want. I want to make this, so just make it 100% of it, you can see the whole size. I want to make this a bit transparent as well. I can't do that with normal photographs. I have to change it to what's called a symbol. So I right click on this and click Convert to Symbol, and to make it, just call it London 1 or something like that. Okay, so, and now you see there's more. If you look at the properties, there are more sort of options. I'm going to choose this option here, Color Effects, and choose Alpha, which is basically a measure of how transparent it is. I want it to be like sort of maybe 33%, so it's quite faded, so that things can be in front. So I've got a faded background. Next step then is to add another layer, because I'm going to put another photograph on. So let's move this frame down a bit so you can see the bottom of it, and click on there, new layer. Call that I'm going to call it photo 1. And we do the other example. Okay, so now make sure that layer is selected, go to library. I'm going to drag on this picture here. Okay, now what I want to do is to make that picture come in from the left. So what I need to do, first I'm going to make the stage smaller again, zoom it out so we can see, and also going to add frames. So make it so there's 90 frames in each layer. Press F5, press select 90 like that, and press F5 under there, and press F5. Now, what I want to do, in order to do this, I have to turn this into what's called a tween, which is basically what they call it when something moves on Flash. So I'm going to right click on the picture, and then it says create motion tween. Click on that, then says you must convert this to a symbol. Press OK, and it's now a symbol. So move right back to the start of the layer here, and what I want to do now is to move it to where I want the photo to start from. So I've moved the photo to its starting point, which I want to be over here somewhere. Okay, now I want it to sort of end up in the center around frame 60, so move the playhead to around frame 60, and then just see a little circle in the middle, click on that, and to move the whole photo over. And now that's actually Flash has now put in all the stuff you need for the thing to actually happen. So it just goes like this. Okay. So you don't need, instead of having to go and actually use the presets, you can actually create your own ones there. You basically Next step then, my next step now is that I want to have another photograph which will fade out as the other one comes on top of it. So what I'm going to do is to add another layer, and this is going to call this photo 2, and going to put the other photo on top of it like that. Now the idea is this is going to fade out, so what I need to do is to turn this into a motion tween. So I right click on it and click on create motion tween and press OK, and that becomes the motion tween there. Now what I need to do is to create a keyframe at the point where I want it to change. So I'm going to want it to be fading at this point here, so I press F6. That's the keyframe. And then over in properties, I'm now going to make it so it's transparent. So make it so it's 0 at that point. And then you move the playhead back to the beginning, and you see that the effect has been that now that it's going to fade out. So basically it stays what it was at the first keyframe, but as you move along it becomes more and more transparent. So it gets to the point where I said this is where it becomes ultimately transparent and it disappears. So now you've got an effect like this. It'll play in a moment, I hope. And there you go. Okay, so again that's quite simple to do. That's the sort of thing you can put into your when you're designing your animations, and then of course put into presentations later.